If we look back in time into the evolution of the planet, at some point there was nothing but rock and mountains. The earth was more or less still. But with the arrival of water, life began to sprout, and organisms started to evolve, going from algae and fungus to small aquatic species, and eventually leading up to mammals that could run, birds that could fly, and so on. The Earth, as we experience it today, has far more movement than it used to have, and in a way, more life. So, what humanity represents and stands upon is this evolutionary impulse towards more movement and light. Both language and emotions are forms of movement, forms of action. Everything about our body has evolved perfectly so we could experience movement in a variety of ways. Just like domesticating animals helped our ancestors move more effectively, now we have the internet. And right now, this is the quickest and most efficient form of movement. And this evolution of movement is still ongoing. We're still painting the cosmos with our movement. Always new, always different. Life is an accelerating series of unending destinations, unending creations. Humanity is nothing but an ecstasy of movement, and movement is how we connect to everything around us and how we come to know ourselves. Wisdom, knowledge, and experience are the natural expressions of movement. The words know thyself are not static. You will know yourself best through exploration, through play and movement. You will go far deeper into yourself out of experiencing, out of living. So the person who is most alive prioritizes movement over meditation, play over practice. There can be no question of surrender when life is overflowing within you. You have no choice but to be swept by it, taken adrift by its unbearable strong currents. So if you feel a struggle to let go and surrender, you either lack life or you are in fear, in stagnation. And this stagnation is behind a lot of physical and mental ailments. A lot of needless suffering is prolonged because of stagnation. Think of it like being in nature. When you're surrounded by mosquitoes, the chances of you getting bit by the mosquitoes when sitting is far higher than if you were walking. So it's not as if a person with vitality and high energy, who's full of life, doesn't experience stress, anxiety, or fear. It's that all these stresses are made lighter out of being in constant flow and movement. The flow of energy carries it away. The sheer momentum takes care of it. So as long as you are in movement, the natural pulse of life will take care of anything as it comes up. You'll be where you were meant to be, and you'll carry out what you were meant to carry out. And any hurdle that stands in front of you will be swept away by the current of life.